We'll do a seated meditation today, and in this practice, we are trying to learn to bring our attention to a range of experiences from the body and breathe to sound and thoughts and feelings, just as we would do if we were doing a lying down body scan. We're just going to move from one body part to the other, but in a sitting practice, we can work our way from kind of one category of experience to another, whilst at the same time aiming to notice when we get caught up with something and gently returning our attention to this as a present moment. So to begin, what I'd like you all to do is just to sit in a straight back chair or just sit up as much as you can. Aim to have your feet flat on the floor with your spine upright, as this posture helps to balance two qualities. One is being grounded, and the other is being relaxed, as both of these allow you to kind of open up and kind of just be a little bit more awake today. So if you are tall, you may wish to sit on a cushion so your hips are raised slightly above your knees. But if you are a little bit on the shorter side, and depending on what you're sitting on, you may wish to have a pillow just underneath your feet to help raise them up. So you can be as connected to everything as possible. As for your hands, they can rest gently on your legs or wherever you do feel comfortable. And you can also just allow your eyes to close. So taking some time now to just become aware of your breathing pattern and feeling the natural rhythm of your body, just breathing in and breathing out. Just allowing your attention to alight on the sensations that you feel without force or pressure, and just appreciating that natural ebb and flow of your breathing body. And also just becoming aware when your mind moves to thinking or some other sensation, just noting that with interest, becoming familiar with this pattern of the mind, and that choosing to give your attention to something else which actually supports that something else, like the awareness of breathing. Right now, just breathing in and breathing out and knowing it as it is in this moment. Each time that you notice your attention is somewhere other than your breathing, just noting that with interest and coming back to the thought and the sensation of the breath. And expanding your attention a little more now, opening up around the breath to include the rest of your body, alive and awake as you sit here, feeling through your arms and legs, your torso, your neck and head, and perhaps just sensing the outline of your body and the space that you are currently occupying. And just opening your attention to whatever sensations are present in this moment, receiving a sense of posture, temperature, pressure, or perhaps movement. And just remembering to be gentle with this, bringing an alive curiosity to your body, just sitting and breathing. In this, you may recognize experiences that are unpleasant, seeing if you can begin to just meet those without a force or without a pressure, knowing that at any point it is also fine to just bring your attention to something else, like the breath. Not to get rid of something unpleasant, but as a support for your capacity to be present, one moment at a time, in whatever way that you can. And turning now your expanded attention, opening it up gently to any sounds that you might be able to hear. There is no need to go looking for any sounds, but just simply receiving it, almost as if you were a satellite dish. Perhaps noticing sounds that are coming from in front of you. And behind you. Any sounds below you. And above you. To your right. And your left, opening your attention all around you. You may notice sounds that are nearby and also those that are far away, tuning into the pitch, the volume, and the rhythm of those sounds. You may also begin to notice the mind tending to label what you hear. That's not a problem, and you can begin to become aware of that too. But if you notice that your mind starts spinning a story, perhaps drawing on memory and association, then seeing that for a moment, and in a sense hearing it too, but then gently shifting gear and just opening yourself back up to the sounds that are around you. Perhaps just noting the beginning of each sound, how it might arise out of silence, or the end of the sound as it passes away. You might also tune into the spaces between the sounds, that simple silence from which all of them arise. And turning your attention now to thoughts and thinking, listening to that in a similar way as you did with the sounds. Noticing a thought as a simple thought, perhaps also catching it rising up or passing away, seeing images like clouds passing across the sky or pictures flickering on a screen. And if at some point you find yourself in the film rather than watching it, waking up to that, seeing thinking as thinking, and you can even make a quiet mental note. Thinking, planning, judging, and then, in a sense, just sitting back, relaxing back into an awareness of the process of thinking happening all on its own. And becoming aware now of feeling emotions that may be present. This time, perhaps gently sensing into your throat chest and stomach, these regions of the body where a lot of emotional life shows up. And then, without any force or pressure, just tuning into the felt sense of these areas, perhaps noticing some tension. Maybe there is some heat there, movement, and simply just know that it is okay to back off if this feeling starts to begin to feel like a struggle. Making this process one of a gentle exploration rather than trying to fix or get rid of these things. And also remembering that your breathing can be an aid in times of difficulty. That you can breathe with what is difficult as a simple way of supporting your capacity to be present, your capacity to be open, and your capacity to be awake, breath by breath. We can also experiment with turning towards what is painful, listening in with sensitivity and care. And with this in mind, noticing if your mind has engaged the thinking mode that so often happens when our emotions become more present to us. Seeing if you can just feel shifting into a mode of sensing. Feelings are feelings for now. Just letting them be as they are and letting yourself be as you are. And now just letting go of any particular categories you have experienced, whether it be in the body, the breath, or the sounds, thoughts or feelings. Just letting all of these experiences arise and pass through an awareness as you sit here, just being with the flux and flows of you, your mind, your heart, and your body. And as this practice draws itself to a close, simply finding again your body just sitting and breathing, this simple anchor for your awareness that you can return to again and again throughout your day as a simple way of staying in touch with yourself and finding your home base from which you can respond to anything that the world around you may throw at you. Now, at this point, you may wish to just gently open your eyes, bring yourself back into the room, or you can stay as you are, eyes closed, just steadily breathing. And as you take a deep breath in, hold it in there for a few seconds. Then as you breathe out, just gently open your eyes if you haven't already. Just bring yourself back into the room.